It's time for high school football here on YamHillToday.com. Sullivan's going to hand off to Rapp. Right up the middle. Breaks one tackle, two tackles. Then he go into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Dropping back at Sullivan. He double pumps. He goes to the far side. Has a man wide open. And it's caught. And it's going to be touchdown, Grizzlies. This season's broadcast is brought to you by Willamette Valley Medical Center, Andrew Physical Therapy, Bethany Abe Lynn at Edward Jones, Big Box Returns, Les Schwab Tires of McMinnville, Macy & Sons Funeral Directors, and Willamette Valley Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. They're going to throw it. Sullivan throws across the middle. It is caught and walking into the end zone. Touchdown Grizzlies is Gabe Blanco. Now let's head over to the press box. Here's Jeff Ivey and Brian Erickson. This beautiful Friday night. Brian Erickson here with Jeff Ivey. And Jeff, I say Friday night, Thursday night. It's Thursday night football, and here we are. Lake Oswego. Should be fun.
It's going to be a fun night of football, Brian. Beautiful setting here. Sun just starting to go down as McMinnville's running on to the field right now. We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff, plus or minus, and this is going to be a step up in competition, so to speak, from the last 3 weeks that McMinnville's faced. Definitely we're going to see more athletes on the other side of the football tonight.
You come in here, Jeff, both teams 3-0. It's something to be lauded. First time since 2018, I believe, for McMinnville.
Yep.
Lake Oswego's been there before.
Yeah.
But this is a McMinnville team that's riding pretty high right now.
They are.
But you're on the road,
Yep.
and you've got a tough competition in Lake Oswego.
Yeah, and you've had, let's be honest, your three starting games, although McNary was closer than it should have been last week and the week before that against Forest Grove and Ridgeview. Both of those were blowouts, and we had running clock in the second half. So you really didn't, you didn't learn a lot against those two schools. But tonight you're going to learn a whole bunch of things as like I said, the competition is going to step up here against these Lakers.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they come out and they come out strong or what really happens. You know, I think the key is going to be you've got to look at Kane Sullivan once again. Fortunately or unfortunately, he's going to carry the ball a lot tonight, quarterback keeper, and the option, which he loves to do so much, to his running back there, Hayden Church. And it's very effective, but how many times can he get hit tonight?
Well, yeah, he's probably going to get hit a lot more tonight than he has in the last 3 weeks, quite honestly. But you mentioned it. He is the all-everything for this McMinnville team. 369 yards unofficially through the air in the first 3 games, but he's also carried the ball 47 times for 289 yards. So nearly 300 yards in those first 3 games, averaging just over 6 yards a carry, according to what we keep track of here at the game. So he is all everything. And then Nick Gibson, you mentioned also Hayden Church, the other 2 big ball carriers for McMinnville. But, is that going to be in the plan tonight? Or like you say, is Tomlin going to want to get Sullivan out on the field, passing and throwing? Probably more throwing tonight than passing in the last couple of weeks. Although, we talked about it last week's game. Kane has really improved on his accuracy this year. Almost 75% of his passes completed so far through the first 3 games. Last year, when he was a sophomore, he was like 47% for the year. So really doing a nice job of getting, keeping those feet not happy, at least in the first 3 games. We'll see what happens tonight if he's going to be scrambling around.
Well, just looking at the clientele down there, what do you want to call them?
Yeah.
Lake Oswego, they've got some big guys down there and some intimidating guys, and they are going to come after him tonight.
They are, and, McMinnville's got a couple of big linemen both sides of the football, but I don't think they have the depth across the front that Lake Oswego typically has. And then you look at some of the skill positions. Yeah, McMinnville's got 1 or 2, 3, 4 guys. But, again, the depth could be the issue tonight for McMinnville as the game goes on.
Yeah, I agree, Jeff. Depth is going to be huge. If they can hang with them the first couple quarters, it's going to get tighter and tighter in that third, fourth quarter if they're that close. But you're going to get more and more tired and just, it just takes 1 or 2 miscalculations to blow things up.
Well, and as we were sitting here before the game, they were introducing the starters, and you look at McMinnville's defensive starters, and you go, wait a minute, I thought they were announcing the defensive starters when most of those guys were also offensive starters. So that is definitely could be a challenge later on in this football game, much like we saw with Ridgeview last week, where they only brought about 35 players. And even though they got to the running clock, they were keeping their starters in there because they simply just didn't have anybody to play. So hopefully McMinnville doesn't get to that point tonight. Hopefully they can stick in there. But this is going to be a really good test for them to see how the third year now of Ty Tomlin's program has improved. 2 years ago, his first year, this would have been an absolute blowout from the get-go. And tonight, I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but it's definitely going to be an uphill battle for McMinnville.
Yes, it will be. We'll see how they come out here. Of course, the Grizzlies are in their white uniforms, so we have a little bit of a pause here as they're still waiting for the Lake Oswego team to come out, and we'll see the Grizzlies on the other side of the field, of course. They're standing out there ready for the national anthem, and they're still waiting. And I can see we've got some TV guys here from the Portland area right down here waiting to do some filming. There's a little bit of a pause, so we've got a few minutes here. In fact, we'll take a break, and we'll come back, and we'll talk about more expectations and other things going on throughout the league tonight, and a shortened Thursday night schedule, but definitely some games that we want to talk about here tonight. You're watching Grizzly football here on YamhillToday.com. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. One of the biggest transitions is when a loved one leaves us. Macy & Son is there for you. A trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you will have lots of questions, and you need someone to walk with you every step of the way. Burial or cremation, and a myriad of options. Let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville, 5 generations helping with funeral and family needs.
If you are looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany A. Blinn has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555. And go Grizzlies!
Caring creates healthier lives and healthier communities. And when you need health care, we're here for you, providing medical expertise with a human touch, right here at home, whenever you may need us. From welcoming newborns into the world to life-changing surgeries, routine health screenings to life-saving emergency care, we're here to provide compassionate, high-quality health care to you and your loved ones. From the routine to the unforeseen, we're here for you.
What is Big Box Returns?
Big Box is rugs.
Big Box is refrigerators.
Big Box is pillows.
Big Box is air filters.
Big Box is luggage.
Big Box is sporting goods and American Girl movie night.
Big Box is flooring.
Big Box is bedding.
So that means Big Box is lighting.
Big Box Returns. Open Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5.
McMinnville Les Schwab is a proud sponsor of Grizzly football on Yamhill Today. When you shop at Les Schwab, they promise you the best tire value. This means you get free peace of mind protection and free lifetime tire and mileage care included in your purchase. McMinnville Les Schwab. They want to be the neighbor down the street you know and trust. We thank McMinnville Les Schwab for their support of McMinnville Grizzly football.
And welcome back here to Lake Oswego. Brian Erickson along with Jeff Ivey as we get ready for tonight's action. And lots of stuff going on around the state here tonight, Jeff. And should be a fun one here tonight.
It's going to be a great one tonight, Brian. And couldn't ask for better weather right before the rains start coming in early next week. So maybe next week's game is going to be a little fun for you over in Newburgh. But anyways, let's focus here on tonight's game as the captains are getting ready to meet at the midfield. McMinnville. How often do I do that?
Not very often.
McMinnville and McKay.
No, and being the McKay graduate.
Exactly.
You know.
McMinnville averages, just give you some stats here on the season, 43 points a game. They're only giving up 17 points a game over those first 3 games. So doing a good job there. We talked about penalties. That first game was atrocious for McMinnville. 18 penalties on that game, Brian, for 185 or 175 yards. Well, they've cleaned it up since then. 5 penalties each in the last 2 games. So they've done a good job of that. They actually have thrown no interceptions. Kane Sullivan's done a good job of not forcing the ball, but they have fumbled 3 times so far this year. And total plays, they're averaging total yards, averaging almost 400 yards per game while holding their opponents to about 240 yards per game. So they've done a good job in doing the things that they needed to do to win those first 3 games. Now you take that step up, as I've harped on already twice, and things are going to be a little bit different here tonight in Lake Oswego as Lake Oswego comes heading out on the field to the band starts playing, and it's going to be fun as we have the teams meeting at the midfield for the coin flip.
Yeah, it'll be fun, Jeff. The little interesting thing here tonight, I think they're wearing uniforms to honor somebody in the back. All the names are Warrior.
Yep.
They're in red for ALS on the front. So the Grizzlies are going to be in their white uniforms.
Yeah.
And so a little bit different color scheme than the Grizzlies are used to seeing. It's almost their colors, but the Laco team is still in their blue helmets and white lettering.
Yeah.
As we get ready to announce who won the kick.
I believe that Lake Oswego is going to receive the football.
All right.
And they're going to be heading towards the west here at this lovely stadium. First time we've been at
It
this
is.
stadium.
It is. It's
So
great. Great stadium.
Check that one off the,
There you go.
the old box there.
Not a bad drive out here.
No.
A little bit of traffic in I-5, and
Yeah.
I cut over to 205 too, and got traffic there as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Came the back way a little
Well, I-5 was a stop. Right after I texted you, it was like, all right, see ya. But we made it here, ready for tonight's action, and should be fun to see, Jeff, how the Grizzlies come out, and I look for the Grizzlies to come out strong. And I think, defensively, they're going to have to make some plays.
They are going to have to make some plays. And Lake Oswego has done a good job of, in all of their games, putting up some big points tonight. So, Brian, kind of going to see what the defense can do against a better offense than they've faced the last couple weeks.
Yes, they will. And
but we got the weapon.
We do.
We got
Mr. Wilson
sitting there getting ready to kick off. And he's got a powerful leg. So, see if he can make it to the end zone yet again on the season.
And, that's something that really, if he can do that all year long, get it into the end zone and just, prevent the run back, especially on a team like Lake Oswego, that is a weapon. It really is. So, all righty, as we get ready for tonight's action, as Wilson gets ready to kick. As I said, they are on their white uniforms. They got the red and black striping and the red helmets. And Wilson will be kicking at the 40-yard line. Back to receive for Lake Oswego, James Bauman. And I believe back there at Bauman may be Drakulich. Hard to see the far side, but here comes Wilson getting ready to put a foot into it. And we're about ready to begin live here from Lake Oswego High School. Here on YamhillToday.com. It's going to be a little bit shorter kick. Going to be taken at about the 11-yard line. Going to move across the 20, 25. Huge hit right down below us, out to the 40, and right down into the Lake Oswego bench. It was Wilson who I think made the tackle, but Jeff, there you go. The difference of putting it in the end zone and giving the ball there or on the 43.
Yep. Big difference there. Looked like Wilson might have got under just a little bit, but a nice hang time. But Lake Oswego now comes out ready to rumble from their own 43.
What do you expect to see tonight from Lake Oswego?
That's a great question. Thanks.
My guess is going to run right at them. They got some big guys on the line, but they've got a quarterback who can definitely get the job done as they come up here. Here is the handoff. He'll go to the back and go to the left side, breaks one tackle, a second tackle, and gets probably about 6 yards there. I believe that was LaMarcus Bell, the sophomore. He's somebody we'll have to watch. So we've got an injured Grizzly on the play. Not a good start there.
Nope. Defensive lineman Fa'anati. Kind of on his haunches, hoping that's not serious.
As they are going to, that gives the teams a little bit of time to look at their coaches and get things going. Glad to have you here on this Thursday night. As I said, there's some other games around the area that we will talk about and keep you updated on. Of course, most of the games will be tomorrow night. We do have another Thursday game coming up as well.
Yeah, in a couple weeks.
Yeah, so a little bit different there. Let's see. Tonight we got Franklin going to be at Roosevelt. Cleveland is at Wells. And you've got Lincoln taking on Jefferson. And McDaniel taking on Grant. That's all in the PIL League tonight. Grants Pass will be on the road against West Salem. They got to make the nice little trip up here. Aloha taking on Century. Tigard at Liberty. And Sunset taking on Lake Ridge. Those are your games in the 6A division.
Kind of a light night of football, but again, it is Thursday night, not the typical Friday, as Fa'anati is being helped off a little bit. He's putting a little bit of pressure on that leg, but that's not the good start you want if you're a McMinnville Grizzly fan. So both teams back, and the official blows ready for play as Liam Davis now in the backfield with LaMarcus Bell to his right in the shotgun formation. Fakes the handoff, quick out pass to the receiver, going to be caught and brought down immediately by McMinnville, but not before a first down for Lake Oswego. A nice catch there by the wide receiver, Connor Croteau, for the first down to the 42-yard line. Just a real quick pass there, one step back from the shotgun, and pickup of 9 yards on the play. Quickly to the line of scrimmage again in a single back formation. 2 wide receivers to the right. They're going to hand the ball right up the middle to Bell, and it's going to be a great play right there by the linebacker Hayden Church to shoot the gap and get LaMarcus Bell in the backfield for a gain of nothing on the second carry of the game for him. Lake Oswego now, kind of a little bit of a huddle. Everybody looking over to the sideline now. Liam Davis says something to his line, gets a call out to his receivers. 3 wide receivers on the far side with single back in the backfield. Single coverage here on the near side. Bell moves to the right of the quarterback now. Going to go deep here, and the wide receiver kind of cut in a little bit too much. That was Nolan Rabb on the route. He cut it in, and Davis went out, so to speak. Not that far out, but more out than what the wide receiver did. So going to bring up 3rd and 10 here. 10:28 to go here in the first half. Thanks for joining us. Game's just started. As Lake Oswego comes up to the line of scrimmage. Tight end here on the near side. 2 wide receivers on the far side. Fake the handoff to Davis. Going to sprint out now to the left side. And that's going to be a nice catch and throw. That looks like that was out to the same wide receiver on the far side, Croteau. He did about a 14-yard out pattern on the far side and just enough to get the first down. So that you can see that they used Davis's speed to get on the edge there and get the ball out to the wide receiver for a nice gain of 12 yards. Davis takes the ball and he hands it right up the middle to the running back, LaMarcus Bell, and he's going to run and is brought down right about the 1 yard line. He was spinning through the middle of the field, and that was just a simple give the ball right up the middle to him. And McMinnville's defense was nowhere to be found on that play. A nice run of 29 yards on the play by Bell, and that puts Lake Oswego right in scoring position. And we come under just under 10 minutes here in the first quarter. And right now, Lake Oswego kind of doing whatever they want to. Bell in the backfield is going to get the ball, and he's going to lunge into the end zone for the touchdown for the Lakers.
Well, Jeff, it's kind of what we thought we might see here tonight, and we're probably going to get a heavy dose of LaMarcus Bell, I think, here tonight.
Yeah, and he had that big 29-yard run that really kind of set up that touchdown, Brian. But the big key pass there was a 12-yard pass play on 3rd and 10 from Davis to the wide receiver on the far side on that out pattern. Can't quite see the number of the kicker, but he's kicks back, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 9:39 to go here in the first quarter, it's Lake Oswego 7 and the McMinnville Grizzlies nothing.
At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Points up on the board here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's true, Jeff. It's going to be interesting to see really how they respond as we come in here to kick. Thanks for being patient with us. Thanks to our producer back at Command Central. Got Jackie and Dick getting us up and running, making sure we got everything set up. Here comes the kickoff. Going to be picked up at about the 12-yard line, go to the right, and then hit, let's see where they mark it, Jeff, and over there near the 20-yard line, and that's where the Grizzlies will begin.
Going to give Wilson out to about the 22-yard line there, Brian, as he was hit and then driven back. But a pretty good run back there for the youngster, and I expect to see him more tonight as he had a couple good games the last two games for McMinnville.
Yeah, and they're going to need him tonight.
Yes, they are. Long fields are going to be something of a possibility tonight, whereas before this game they've been averaging starting their possessions at about the 45-yard line. Right. So they've had great field position to start most of their drives this year. Well, we're going to face a 78-yard drive if they want to score some points here.
Well, they always want to.
They always do.
But
there's no doubt about that.
And being down for the first time, which kind of unheard of from the fourth game of the season for the Grizzlies anyway.
Adversity is good.
Kane Sullivan, shotgun formation, is going to hand it off to Church, and he's going to go right up the middle. Sullivan thought he saw an opening there for Hayden, but maybe he picks up a half yard or maybe a yard. They're going to mark him to about the 23-yard line. So you're going to see a lot of that, I think, tonight. You're going to see him put it into the breadbasket, maybe pull it out.
Well, and hold it there for a long time. Yes. That long kind of mesh point that they've liked to work on so far in the previous three games. Definitely a long mesh point there.
Here we go. We're hit the 9-minute mark to go here in the first quarter. And we've got flags come flying in. And I think everybody thought it was on one except the center there. As they're going to end up moving on back. And that's one thing they can't get into, Jeff, is getting the penalties like they did for the first two games of the season last week. 5. Much better.
Yeah,
yes,
5,
much better.
Only 5 last week. You could really tell it was something that they had done, worked on. But those first 2 weeks, boy, that was atrocious, quite honestly. Going to move the ball back on that penalty, back to the 18-yard line now.
Here we go. Grizzlies got two receivers here on the near side, kind of packing on the right side. Shotgun formation for Sullivan. He's going to look to the left. A little left. He's going to be flushed out. Now he's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to be hit once. Going to be hit twice and down. And he got back to the 20. If that, maybe a gain of a yard there. But, Jeff, that's one thing we talked about in the pregame show. He's going to take some hits tonight.
No doubt. And great coverage downfield by the Lake Oswego secondary, too, Brian. A lot of times McMinnville just runs a 2 wide receiver pattern, and they were both covered here on the near side. As you mentioned, they were kind of bunched up close to the hash marks on the near side. Now they go a little bit wider with Wilson outside of Blanco.
Here we go. 2 receivers here on the near side. Blanco is going to have to play big here. Nice. Sullivan looks there, drops it off, and it's incomplete. Tried to throw it right down here and tried to just kind of throw it over the outstretched arms of the defenders was for Blanco. And that's going to bring up 4th down now for the Grizzlies. And it's like Church will be back to punt.
Well, and even if Blanco had caught that ball, he's going to be 2 yards short.
Yeah.
So he cut the pattern off just a little bit sooner than he needed to. McMinnville going to be forced to punt for only the 3rd time this season.
Wow, that's a stat for you. Big time stat.
And the punts came in the first in the first game. The 2 punts that they had. Remember that there was like that 4-yard sideways punt.
That's right.
Unfortunately, one of the bad special teams plays of the year.
Here is Church punt, and it's going to be taken by Bauman at about the 45-yard line. Goes across midfield, cuts it this way, stutter steps his way, gets back to the 40, I should say, and pretty good return there. And great field position is where the Lake Oswego team will start, Jeff. Not that they need a good field position, leading 7-0.
Kind of what we've on the plus 40 there, Brian, is this is kind of what McMinnville's been flip-flopped. They have had the good field position for most of the season, and now they're challenged with a short field here for Lake Oswego.
Defense is going to have to step up as quarterback comes out here. That's Liam Davis. Let's see if they try to mix it up a little bit. They got 2 receivers on the far side, Davis in the shotgun formation. And here is the handoff, and hit once, and then breaks a tackle and goes forward for a couple yards. That is Bell once again. Looks like we're going to see, we talked about a heavy dose of Bell.
Going to give him just about 2 yards on the play there. Nothing,
they'll
nothing
take it.
special, but, it's positive yards there.
As we have hit the 7:30 mark, here to go in the first quarter. Lakers lead 7-0 on top of the Grizzlies right now. Lakers going from our left to our right. If you're watching online, same way. Red.
It's not reversed?
No, it's the red uniforms throw you off, though. Here's a throw across the middle, wide open. Hits the tight end. Gets inside the 20. Almost breaks a tackle, but he gets down to the 11-yard line. Connor Croteau, the senior, with a nice catch there.
Yeah, his 3rd reception of the night, and he could not have been any more wide open as they're going to mark him down right at the 11-yard line. So 27 yards on the pass play, and Lake Oswego is doing what Lake Oswego does, Brian, and putting up some big strikes early here. 4th first down of the quarter already.
Wow. And we got Bell in the backfield.
I'm not sure if that was a blown coverage. So a linebacker thought that, or defensive end thought that he was passing it off to the linebacker there, but there was nobody home for McMinnville.
No, he was wide open.
It was a dart thrown by the quarterback.
Bell gets it, goes across the left side. He's going to walk in untouched, touchdown. Easy run there by LaMarcus Bell, 11 yards, and just like that, Jeff, the Lakers, well, they extend the lead now. They're up 13-0, pending the extra point.
Well, you can see his speed to the edge there on that play, Brian, as he just ran away from anybody wearing a white shirt to the far side of the field. And that was a nice quick drive for the Lakers.
Too easy.
Too easy.
Blown coverage out there, and then just LaMarcus doing what he has done so far in this game early. He's looked impressive.
He has. He's got, I got him at 6 carries for 49 yards unofficially.
Well, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So, just like that, 6:42 left to go in the first quarter. Lakers extend their lead on top of the Grizzlies. 14-0. Don't go away. We'll be back right after this.
At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
As we welcome you back here come the Lakers kicking off now. Grizzlies should get the ball about the 6-yard line and going across the 10 to the 20 and then hit hard and then taken down. Good special teams coverage there by the Lakers as they come up here and they got a little pep in their step down there right now.
Well, Briggs, that's the first time he's actually returned a kickoff this year, Brian. So
threw me off.
Yeah, I did. But he did an okay job getting out to the 21-yard line. But it's already been a challenge for McMinnville starting field position.
Right. I have a feeling, though, it's going to be that way quite a bit tonight.
So Lake Oswego went 3 plays, 40 yards in 1 minute and 14 seconds on that last touchdown.
It's not too shabby.
In case you care.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do. 6:36 to go here. Here's Sullivan. He's going to keep it. He's going to go to the right side, and he's going to get hit hard. Not before he picks up about 4 yards. I call it 3.5 as he gets across the 25, just inside the 26. Maybe that a little.
I think
little
they
there.
scooted it up
We'll
to
take
the
that.
26. So
we'll take it. We need it right now.
5 yard on the carry. We'll give him. It's all unofficial. This is all unofficial.
Always.
Just gives you a flavor, right?
Just a little taste.
Gives you a flavor, a taste.
Oh, there you go. Sullivan, shotgun formation. He's going to hand it off to Church. Yes, he is. And just too much time there, just delayed. But Church does break a tackle and flings forward to the 29 almost. Going to bring up 3rd and a couple.
I almost wanted to put a timer on him to see how long he was going to have that football from Sullivan in the breadbasket.
It's almost Church
right
though.
there.
Like has to keep his arms open because he may pull that out.
Yep.
Which he didn't that time.
Yep.
But
okay, 3rd and 2 here.
Let's see if they decide to do. They have trips over on the far side.
I don't want to say critical play here, but
I'd say it's there. They're going to throw it. They go to the far side. They get it, and it is caught. Going to go forward. Not going to get it. Gabe Blanco tried to go down the line. Going to get tackled. Maybe even lost a little bit. And going to bring up a 4th down for McMinnville. It's not what they wanted to have happen there.
And, that play worked big last week a couple of times.
Right.
But, again, we talked about the team speed on the edges everywhere for Lake Oswego, and you could definitely see it right there. As last week, that goes easily for a 1st down. This week, you lose a yard.
Yeah, big time team speed as Bauman is back to receive on his own 40. Church getting ready to kick, and it is going to be, let's see, they're pointing. Okay, here they go. A little bit of pressure. They come up, and Church's kick's going to be pretty good. Going to go to the left side. Hits about the 38-yard line. Bauman picks it up, goes forward, breaks the tackle. Stutter steps again, makes a guy miss, and goes out of bounds. Pretty fun watching him do that there as he gets to about the 44. He made 2 guys miss, and 1 guy ended up on the turf.
40-yard on the punt, and one of the better punts, actually the best punt of the year so far for McMinnville.
Well, Jeff, we've been in this position a couple times this year. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're in this on the opposite side today.
Yep.
The Grizzly defense, what do they have to do to step up here?
Well, they got to cover wide receivers that are running down the middle of the field.
Okay,
full on.
You got that.
And they need to stop a running back that runs right up the middle, too. So,
all right, besides that, we're good.
You're doing fantastic.
Trips here on the near side. Let's see what they can do here. 1st and 10. Here we go. Left-handed quarterback going to throw here, and he's got a guy coming up the middle. It is caught. Going to go across the 50 to the 45. Going to be a 1st down and more. Gain of about 14 yards. Matt Lane, the senior, with the reception. And a nice kind of a screen play. And kind of ran it up the middle and had some blockers and got a 1st down a little bit more.
We have a flag on the far side by the Coach Tomlin on the far side. It's hard to see, but there is a flag. Sideline warning, it looks like. They're going to issue a warning to them.
All righty. Both teams, it looks like. So they walked over here and kind of motioned.
13 yards on that pass play to Lane.
4:23 to go. It is 14-0. Lakers with the lead. And seeing a left-handed quarterback does throw you off a little bit more.
It does.
But I'm sure they practiced for it all week. Let's see. Bauman, shotgun formation. He's going to pitch it here and going to go to the right side. Breaks. May have got tackled there. Good job there. Coming up and making the stop for McMinnville is Seahaver.
Yeah, he read that one all the way, too. He came up pretty quickly from the safety spot and made a nice tackle right there.
That's what the Grizzlies need to have, and you're going to have a lot of open field chances here tonight, I think. Going to bring up 2nd down. With the 3:33 or 3:37 mark to go in the 1st quarter. 14-0 is our score. Bauman hands it off to the big fullback. We'll call him that. He just plows his way forward and gets up there and got close to the 1st down marker but didn't make it. Xavier Russell, the senior, he's going to be a tough one to bring down. And They're going to mark him back to the 35.
For the game, I was watching him warm up, and the Bell is the quicker one.
Yep.
And like you mentioned, Russell is the bigger one, and he used his bigness there, I guess is a good way to say it, to pick up pretty hard yards right up the middle.
Like the old thunder and lightning we used to see way back when. Here comes Thunder again right up the middle and just plows his way, gets the first down and more as he gets inside the 29-yard line. Going to be a first down for the Lakers.
6 yards on that carry, out to the 28. So another first down. And Lake Oswego basically able to do whatever they want right now. And you wonder how important, having Fanati out in that defensive front is for McMinnville, as I see him kind of still sitting over by the training table on the far side.
It's a big blow on that first play of the game.
He's a defensive stalwart.
Here we go. Bauman throws over the far side, and it is caught inside the 20. Still on his feet, goes over the 15. Still going to the middle of the field now, and then finally gets taken down at about the 10-yard line. And nice pass. Now, I should say that Davis who threw that. And Davis, pretty good shot there.
It was a great pass out to Matt Lane again. And he threaded the needle, Brian, because the defensive back on the far side definitely had a good position on him. But 17 yards on that pass play.
Well, they are in the red zone. Been there a lot tonight already.
Yep.
Too much.
Davis already has 78 yards on 5 of 6 unofficially.
At the 2-minute mark now. And here we go, right up the middle, just turning and spinning, and Russell gets near the 5-yard line. Or was that Bell? That was Bell, looks like, from here. And it's going to bring up 135 and counting. And, Jeff, second down. If you can gain 5 yards every first down, you're going to be pretty happy, and they're doing that right now, at least, if not more.
That's Russell in the backfield this time.
Russell goes into the end zone. Yep. He's going to get it as they mark it. Yep, they did. Touchdown for the Lakers. It's exactly what they wanted to do, and just power through and in for the score. Once again, Jeff, we said it once, too easy.
Yeah, well, they're going, all of the big plays are coming right up the middle of that defense. And with Anadi being out of the game, Brian, he's one of the biggest defensive linemen that they have. And that's obviously something that Lake Oswego is keying on. It's just running right at McMinnville because they feel like they have the advantage.
Yeah, Fanati or not, though, they're gonna do what they do, right?
Yep.
And that's exactly what they did. Well, it is 21-0, 1:18 left to go in the first quarter. Well, Jeff, we talked about possibility of being in this position. We know what it feels like on both sides now.
Yes, we do.
Being down 21-0. Still, though, a lot of time. The Grizzlies have some stuff they need to do. They just need to connect and really get their offense going.
And a game like this, even if it continues this way, there's still things you can learn, Brian, about yourself. And going into starting next week, a very big, important first league game of the year against Newburgh, who also 3-0 coming into this weekend's games. So be interesting to see if Newburgh can keep going and go 4-0. When was the last time that both those teams came in and they'll have a winning record combined between them? It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. I remember the year we went in 0-8.
Yep,
both teams.
Yep.
To the final game of the season.
Yep.
I think that went into overtime, too. Oh, well.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Scary times. Here is the kick, and it goes into the end zone. And Grizzlies will now take it, Jeff, with lots of real estate in front of them.
Yeah, about to the 20-yard line, which is where they've started. They've averaged starting at the 21-yard line tonight, Brian. So
why not, right?
Yeah. Why not just put it right there?
Let's make it easier. All right. Hey, glad to have you here tonight on YamHillToday.com. We will have some scores for you at halftime, bring you some action around the state. Not a huge list of games, but there are some out there, definitely.
Do we have a big announcement yet?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
We'll have to wait.
Okay.
We'll have to see what our producer back at Command Central has to say when he has time. The other producer, as Sullivan gets in, he's going to be just blindsided and taken down pretty swiftly. I don't think he even got a half a yard there.
Nope.
but going to bring up second down and 10. No big announcements yet.
And, we've mentioned it earlier this season about the way Sullivan sometimes carries that ball away from the body, Brian. He's got to get that up, especially when he's in traffic like that. A big old defensive lineman or linebacker come through and swipe it away, and that could be another fumble, which has been the bane, if there has been a bane of the offense so far, is those fumbles. 3 fumbles in the first 3 games. Church in the backfield with Sullivan. Instant pressure on Sullivan. He's scrambling for his life and just going to get the ball away. And 3 red shirts in his face on that little bootleg play that they were trying to run. Just no time for Sullivan.
Yeah, and that's going to be the key tonight. This Laker defense is so quick, Jeff. And they get there, and Sullivan's not going to have any time. And they try to run it. They can't do that.
Nope.
Trying to pass it, they have no time.
Yep.
It's tough.
It's very tough. We'll have an interesting stat at the end of the first quarter when we come back from our break. But
well, we got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. It is 21-0. Our score is updated on the scoreboard there. Thank you, Mr. Mason.
I like the scoreboard.
Here we go. He's going to throw. Sullivan throws across the middle, and it's tipped, batted down, and incomplete. Going to bring up 4th down now for the Grizzlies.
Kane did a good job staying in there, Brian. It's just the defensive lineman did what you're taught, too. Get those hands up. If you can't get to the quarterback, get the hands up. Didn't see who knocked it down, but, 3 and out again for McMinnville. 3 and out has been the modus operandi so far.
That's not fun.
Now, it is, well, not 3 and out, but 3 plays and a touchdown. That's fun.
That is fun. Okay, we might have an idea of what's going to be our stat, huh? As Bauman is back on the other side of the field. He's standing around the 47-yard line. Here's Church, going to kick it off, and he gets it. It's going to be pretty high, pretty good. Bauman takes it, though, on the Grizzlies field, and Wilson hits him immediately and times it and takes him down at the 49-yard line. And, one of the bright spots tonight for the Grizzlies was that play of Mr. Wilson.
That was a really great tackle there by Wilson to get down and time it perfectly. Then, of course, move it back a yard to the 50.
Always and forever. 21 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Let's see what they decide to do. Liam Davis has been pretty spot on here in this first quarter.
Yeah, he's had a good first quarter, I would say.
I think so. As they come in here, shotgun formation once again. Ball exactly on the 50, as Jeff said. He's going to look to the left, going to throw to the left, has a receiver, one-on-one, the far side. Is it picked up?
Yep.
It might be picked off. It is, and a nice job there of taking it in is Kellen Strong.
That was a great job by Strong. He was giving up 4, 5, 6 inches on the tight end there and had great inside position, went up and made the interception at the 15-yard line. Good defense there, Brian. A little bit of life on the defense.
You can see why they went for that, though. Definitely.
Oh, yeah. You could see the size difference instantly.
And you're up 21-0. You can afford to take some chances, too. Why not, right?
Yep.
Grizzlies come up with the big play they needed. Unfortunately, they are trailing 21-0. Sullivan shotgun formation. I believe that's White in the backfield with him. Trips on the far side. Sullivan looking to the left, throws to the center, has a receiver, and overthrows his intended receiver. That was Wilson. Incomplete.
Kane now 1 of 5 to start the game.
Wow. It's been very unlike Kane this year.
Very, very unlike Kane.
But this is the best defense he's seen all year.
It is, without a doubt. The best so far in one quarter.
10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It is 21-0. Sullivan, he's going to keep it. He is going to keep it. He's going to go forward and pick up about 4 yards. And let's call it to the 19-yard line. And that will end the first quarter of play. So after one, it's been all Lake Oswego. They lead 21-0 over McMinnville. Don't go away. We'll be back right after this.
What is Big Box Returns?
Big Box is rugs.
Big Box is refrigerators.
Big Box is pillows.
Big Box is air filters.
Big Box is luggage.
Big Box is sporting goods and American Girl movie night.
Big Box is flooring.
Big Box is bedding.
So that means Big Box is lighting.
Big Box returns. Open Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5.
At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
As we come back here, Jeff, they throw to the right side, and he catches it, but he ran a short route.
Yeah, Blanco, second time he's run a short route. 1 yard more. He needed 1 more yard, Brian, to get out to the 25-yard line. They got out to the 24-yard line. Second catch of the night, or second reception of the night, completed pass. That's Gabe has caught both of the passes here. As McMinnville's going to go back into punt formation as they run Wilson out here to the right side of the offensive formation.
Church shotgun, or here the punting formation, I should say. You got Bauman back at the 42 of the Lakers, ready to receive. Pretty good snap. He gets it off, took a lot of time. Good pressure to put on. And it's going to bounce out the 41, but on the opposite side of the hash mark, Bauman fakes like he's going to pick it up, and he just runs over to the sideline, and that's where the Lakers will take it as they mark it right around the 31-yard line.
44-yard punt there. So sort of flip field position? Sort of, kind of?
Doesn't matter, though. I mean, this is a potent offense right now.
Yeah, you're just giving Lake Oswego more ability to put more yards up. And, I say that in jest, kind of, but at the same time, you want McMinnville to do good. So,
well, you can always learn something.
You can.
Trailing 21-0 as Davis, he's looking over the defense. Right now, he's pretty much picked apart the defense as he's looking to the left. The left-handed quarterback throws it, has a guy right in the middle, tight end, picks it up. First down or more to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and again, he's just running free right in the middle. McMinnville realizing that they can't stay man-to-man, so they're running a zone defense, Brian. And Connor Courteau is just running rampant right now in that defense.
He's had himself a pretty good game so far.
Yeah, that's his 4th reception tonight for 60 yards unofficially.
Glad to have you here from Lake Oswego High School. Brian Erickson along with Jeff Ivey here on YamhillToday.com. Grizzlies trail, though, 21-0. Grizzlies are going to show a little pressure, and Bell's going to get it. Going to roll around the the left side, and he's going to pick up about 4.5 yards. Let's see where the mark's going to be. At the 47-yard line. It's maybe 3.5, 4.
8 carries for Bell for 57 yards and 2 touchdowns already.
That's not bad.
That's not a bad night.
Take that all day
long. Or a bad quarter in 1 minute.
We're early here in the second quarter as they're going to take their time and look over to Coach Davis. Steps, tells his linemen and the rest of the guys what the play is going to be. He has plenty of time, it looks like. Still taking more time than he needs, I think, as he walks back. He's going to look. He's going to throw across the middle. It is in and out of the hands of the receiver, and the receiver was wide open, Jeff. And once again, another 13, maybe a 10-yard route there, wide open.
Yeah, and that receiver on the far side, that was Nolan Rabb, looked like he sat right down in the middle of that zone on the far flat over there, Brian, but the quarterback threw it just behind him a little bit that time on the play.
Did him in the hands, though.
It did, but he had to reach back for it.
All righty, Bell is back there in the backfield for the Lakers, but they're going to throw it. He's actually going to keep it and going to be taken down in the backfield. Good pressure by the Grizzlies, and coming in there and making the play is Fanati. And so
No, that was Fairbanks.
Oh, Fairbanks. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
I was going to say 65.
McMinnville had to look like a run blitz on right there, Brian, and just blew up that play back to the 42. Right. Yes, they did. 5-yard loss. First negative play tonight for Lake Oswego as they bring in their punter and get ready for punt formation. So nice job by the McMinnville defense on that.
Give credit to Keller there.
Yeah.
As they are back to receive the first punt of the night for the Lakers. Here it goes. And it's going to take a bounce at about the 30-yard line, and it picked up and then hit hard back at the 28-yard line. And unfortunately, I think, right there, Blanco's going to feel that one for a while as he was nailed as he picked that one up.
You might want to think about letting that one go next time because there was a full head of steam coming down the hill to hit him right there. Ball inside the 20 again at the 18-yard line. So 38 yards on Lake Oswego's first punt there. But McMinnville's defense did what they needed to do and got off the field.
That is key. Now they just need to put some points on the board. And really, this defense our offense has been stymied tonight by the defense of the Lakers.
They have, if we look at the total yards, Lakers have 164 unofficially, and McMinnville 19 to this point.
Wow. Well, here we go. Sullivan handed off to Church, and he's going to keep it. He's going to try to keep it for the outside, and he is going to be met by a bunch of Lakers for a loss back to the 18 and maybe the 17-yard line. And they blew that play up as well. They knew right where Sullivan was going to go.
Well, Sullivan had that long handoff to Church. Church got hit almost immediately, and so Kane, I think, pulled it out right at the last second. When he did, he got hit immediately.
Yeah. I think this offensive line is having a struggle stopping the Lakers right now as we have an equipment timeout possibly.
Something is it's going to be strong going off the field on the far side, and
there we go.
Don't know what that's about, but he's probably ready to come back in on the next play.
As Briggs does come in for strong. Here's Sullivan. He's going to throw it right down here in front of the Laker bench. It is caught, and falling forward too close to the 30-yard line is Bryce Wilson. And it's going to be a Grizzly first down.
Yeah, 13 yards on the pass play, and Bryce Wilson did a good job. First down of the game, Brian, so baby steps, right?
That's right. That's right. 8:45 and counting. Grizzlies do trail 21-0.
Bryce did a good job of catching it and then circling inside to pick up an extra 3 or 4 yards on that play.
Sullivan hands it off, and going to the right side for a short gain there is Nick Gibson. Gibson is taken down at the 32-yard line. Pick up of a couple.
His first carry tonight. We'll give him 2.
Second down and 8 now. The clock continues to run.
One of the few times McMinnville's run into the boundary so far in this game, right there on the short side. Going against the counter tendencies that they have been showing so far tonight.
Gibson is in the backfield with Sullivan. And Sullivan's going to throw it, but he is pressured. He's got to get out of there. He just throws it away. Has a receiver. It is caught going across the 50, 40. Nice big pickup for the Grizzlies. Still on his feet, then hit down near the 20-yard line. What a play and a good run there by Gabe Blanco.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kane Sullivan used all of his athleticism and speed that he had to get away from, 4 or 5 defenders that were in his face right away and find Blanco wide open on the field there as the ball is going to be placed down to the 22-yard line, so 46 yards on the pass play.
And that's why Blanco was open, because of all the pressure.
Yep. Nice play, though. He got up the field quickly.
You can see the speed of Blanco once he had an open field there.
I did notice that Sullivan kind of came up to the line of scrimmage, grimacing just what I would call a little bit. So hopefully he's nothing serious, as Lake Oswego seems to think that they have the football.
Gibson with the run on the right side.
Nope. Official says second down. That's all that matters.
There you go.
Just straight up the middle on that play again. Let's watch Kane Sullivan there, Brian. Just kind of See if he's favoring his, I think it was his left arm there a little bit, but looks like he's okay coming up to the line of scrimmage now. And you talked about it, how all the hits that he may take tonight can be a bad thing.
Two receivers on the far side. Sullivan's going to drop back, look to the right, has a receiver, and it is incomplete. Throwing it to Wilson down near the 7-yard line. Good job defensively by the Lakers.
Yeah, it looked like Wilson may have come out of his break just a little bit too late there, Brian, as Sullivan expecting him to go a little bit more inside than maybe what he did. You got to take advantage here of this great field position here on 3rd down. And we know Wilson's got a good leg, but a field goal is not going to do you too much good at this point. So
you need some points, trailing 21-0.
And when you say points, a touchdown is the kind of points that you need.
Yes, you do. Some good points. As we may have a timeout.
Yep.
We do. McMinnville calls it. That's how important it is, Jeff.
Yep.
All right, don't go away. It is 21-0, but the Grizzlies are threatening. All right, we'll call it that. Don't go away. We'll be back right after this.
McMinnville Les Schwab is a proud sponsor of Grizzly football on Yamhill today. When you shop at Les Schwab, they promise you the best tire value. This means you get free peace of mind protection and free lifetime tire and mileage care included in your purchase. McMinnville Les Schwab. They want to be the neighbor down the street you know and trust. We thank McMinnville Les Schwab for their support of McMinnville Grizzly football.
As we come back here to Lake Oswego High School, and Jeff, big 3rd down for the Grizzlies at the 22-yard line, trailing 21-0. Yep. They need to get
big play here.
A big play, and look for Blanco to be the target of that play.
Kind of razzle-dazzle you got here.
We'll see. They're going to go to the left. He's looking, and they throw it. Has a receiver. It's almost picked off, and should have been caught on the far side. However, it was not. Ball going to the ground. That was Blanco, who they were going for.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that cornerback on the far side made a great break on the ball, Brian, but it almost looked like the ball came through his hands and hit Blanco in the hands, and then he just dropped it because of the flash in front of his face.
Can you say they both should have caught it? Intercepted and
one
caught?
of them should have caught it. How about that?
There you go.
As McMinnville here now is going to go for it on 4th and 8.
Good decision here.
Yep.
Blanco is down on the lower right of your screen. Sullivan, shotgun formation. Church in the backfield. Sullivan's going to try to rush out of there. He's going to be flushed out. He's looking, almost tripped up, and then just throws it, and it is incomplete. And he is hit on the Lakers sideline, and it's going to be a turnover on downs now for the Grizzlies.
Well, Lake Oswego, again, tremendous pressure on on Sullivan, and he really didn't have a chance to make a play on that pass, on that 4th down. 3 minutes taken off the clock, though.
You've got 6:32 left to go in the quarter. If you're Lake Oswego, I think you want to put a couple more points up on the board. They'd love to get this in a running clock, I think.
I think so. Got to do a couple more touchdowns to do that. They had their chance, but McMinnville with a great interception last time they were driving. So I'd like to see that again for McMinnville.
Yes, I agree with you. We'll see what happens as the Lakers come out here. Yeah, I know. I'll cut it out.
I'm going to cut that one.
Cut it out in post.
That's going to be my answering, my new ringtone for you.
Can't wait. Davis, he's going to hand it off, and Bell is going to go around the right side. Flag comes flying in over on the far side after he picks up about 3.
Not sure if that's going to be a hold on the right tackle. That's kind of what I think.
Let's see the officials.
Hold on somebody.
There you go.
I think it was on the right tackle. He kind of hooked the defensive end over there, Landon Fay.
Trying to think. They were testing the microphone. I thought they were.
Yeah. I didn't hear it, but.
I don't know if he's using it or not, but they were tested before the game. But they are going to move it back. Is that their first penalty, second penalty?
Yeah, let me look here. I'll tell you. First penalty.
First one?
Yep.
Thank you, everybody. 6:26 to go. As they move it back, 1st and 20 now Throws over on the far side and caught and then pushed out of bounds. Not before it picked up about, call it 9 yards to the 19-yard line.
And although that looks like Connor Cotreau, that's actually the wide receiver, number 18, who we don't have a number for.
Oh,
or a name for.
Number 18, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't know who that is. Sorry.
No Name comes into the game.
9 yards there. Just a quick out.
Second down and 11 now as we hit the 5:52 mark. Now they're going to go to the outside. Jeff sees something, and he's trying to look and motion his receiver and
nice move.
knowing and a little razzle-dazzle of the move, and he's going to pick up about 10 yards to about the 30-yard line. Going to be close to a first down. And so far, Jeff, Liam Davis has really impressed me here tonight. Not only throwing the ball, but running the ball.
Yeah, you see that little shifty move as he got closer to the sideline. They actually moved the ball, of course, out one more yard than what you've said.
It always
out
happens.
to the 31, but he had a nice little shifty move to avoid the tackle at about the 27-yard line and able to plow forward for another first down.
Important thing for the Lakers is they got that first down. And it is going to be 1st and 10 now. The ball sitting at the 31.
What I saw was Couture, excuse me. Oh, wide open here in the flat.
All right.
Shockingly.
There you go. Bell's going to get this one. He's going to be slowed down in the backfield, stood up, and then taken down. And a good job there defensively by McMinnville. And I think the first guy was that Hyman, the senior, who made the stop and was able to stand him up. And a good stop there by McMinnville to bring up second down and now call it 16 after the loss of 6.
Well, Hyman in there because of the injury to his fellow lineman, Fanati. So he did a great job getting in the backfield and bringing him down, hanging on for dear life, so to speak, and then bringing the back down Bell.
4:37 and counting. As Davis looks, throws across the center, has a receiver, it is caught, and he gets it to, going to be short of the first down, and it's going to be about 2 yards. Nice reception there by the Lakers. Rab.
Yep.
And did a good job of cutting across the middle, and that's been effective here tonight a few times.
Yeah, for 15 yards.
Yep, almost every time.
Almost every time. You got 12, you got 17, you got 13, you got 12, and you got 15 on those pass plays.
Wow. So
the one down the middle was the big play, the 27-yarder, to put the ball down at the 1-yard line.
Oh, here comes Davis, and he's going to get it to Bell.
Wow.
Bell's going to break one tackle, stutter steps, and goes forward and almost had another one beat. And he is going to get a first down or more to the almost 49-yard line. Nice run there by Bell. As the clock continues to run, 3:43 and counting. Grizzlies will get the ball to start the second half. So there will be a chance for the Dilly Bar kick return.
Yes, there will.
You know, we'll see that here. So you have something to look forward to coming out of halftime. At halftime, we'll have scores from around the state of these Thursday night games for you. Stick around for that. Davis, he's going to hand it off to Bell. He's going to go to the outside. He's going to cut it up. He's got one guy he hits and then goes down. And a nice run, Jeff. When he gets the ball, he just keeps those feet moving.
He does.
Picks up 7 yards there. Gets to the 44-yard line.
Going to put him up over 70 yards now on the night, Brian, so far with 2 touchdowns.
Not a bad first half.
No, he's doing okay. He's doing okay.
We'll take that. Here we go. Great crowd for McMinnville here tonight. Not bad at all. As we come up to action now, second down and 3 with 2:40 and counting. Davis hands it off to Bell. Bell's going to go right up the middle, comes off, breaks one tackle, going to go here to the near side.
Stiff arm.
And then he does a great stiff arm, gets inside the 35 to the 34. Another first down, but there's a flag back at the original line of scrimmage, back at the 43, 44-yard line.
Got another holding call against Lake Oswego, so that's going to negate a nice run. As you mentioned, he went right up the middle and got stuffed, then bounced it to the outside with great speed. And going to back him up 10 yards. Replay second down again. Second penalty tonight for Lake Oswego now. Negates a big run.
I want to say hello to Scott and Amy who are out there watching. So hello out there. Thanks for tuning in to YamHillToday.com. As we come up with 2nd down and 13, 2:22 and counting. Here is the pulls it out. Davis, he's going to look downfield. Still has his time, then he throws it, and he has a receiver, catches it, stutter steps his way, comes forward, gets the 1st down and more inside the 34-yard line.
On the play there is Jake Drakulovic. Did a nice little out pattern, Brian, down to the 34-yard line. Pickup of 22.
As right now we hit the 2-minute mark right now for the Lakers. They are just steadily moving this ball. A couple penalties did bring them back, but big time of possession, I believe, for them as well.
Yep, they're dominating on all phases of the game so far.
And including the scoreboard, which is the most important one. Here is Bell. He's going to get it here. He's going to come on the left side, and he's going to follow a blocker. Going to cut it, and then gets out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. And going to be short of a 1st down. Had to get to the 24 for a 1st down, but he gets to the 27, and he's up over 80-some now, isn't he? I believe.
Yeah, let's see. It's going to put him at 82, according to my calculations here, which are unscientific, but close enough for.
It's almost time to tell.
Work,
it's almost time to tell the Corvallis story.
Which one?
Yeah, there's plenty of them, aren't there? It will tell it at halftime. Here we go. Davis hands it off. He's going to go to the Russell. He's going to go forward. He's going to stiff arm and just fall forward, and he's going to get a 1st down and more to the 16-yard line. Grizzlies cannot stop him.
No, they can't stop anybody, actually. 10 yards on that play. Just off the left side to Xavier Russell. Really not doing anything special. Straight ahead blocking. They're sealing the edge, and then just pushing downfield, and the running backs are making good decisions to get up the field.
Here we go as 1:18 left to go in the 1st half. Davis hands it off to Russell. Going to go to the right side now. He's going to cut it in, and this time kind of falls over a player for maybe a gain of a yard. As we're going to have a timeout. We are. Lake Oswego is going to call it. They're going to talk about it as we are at 1:04 left to go in the 1st half. It's been all Lake Oswego here tonight. They lead 21-0. Don't go away.
Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process. From low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement, they are here to help. They also offer treatment for sports injuries and hands-on personal training for those who want to perform at their athletic best. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic, and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900.
Scott here from Big Box Returns, say every Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5. Come on down.
As we come back here.
We need a little bit of that energy right now, don't we?
We do. I've been trying to get you going, Jeff.
I want the dilly bars. We need that energy tonight.
Well, we'll see if they can stop them right now. But dilly bar does sound pretty good. Here we go. Davis is going to look to the left, or to the right, I should say. He drops it off for Russell. Russell goes. He goes inside the 5, spins his way down near to the 4-yard line.
Nice little play there to let the defensive end on that side come up into the face of the quarterback and leak the running back out for a pass down to the 14-yard line, pickup, or 4-yard line, pickup of 12 on the pass play.
Well, if Coach Corey, I'm guessing you're going to give Davis the ball and just let him run. We're down to 44 seconds. Russell is going to go from the left side to the right side behind Davis. They're going to hand it to him. No, it's going to be a keeper, and Davis is going to go into the end zone. Touchdown there by the Lakers. Well, I think everybody thought Russell was going to get the ball. Davis just kept it, goes into the end zone.
Yep. Another touchdown. Four touchdowns on the ground now tonight for Lake Oswego. So we have right at 30 seconds to go. A 6-minute and 2-second drive there, Brian.
Wow. Pretty impressive. As they come on to kick the extra point. And the kick is up, and the kick is good there by Henry Glad, the senior, and that makes it now 28-0 in favor of the Lakers. Well, Jeff, at halftime we'll talk and we'll come up with some scores and kind of let you know what's going on. And we got some great things to talk about as well at halftime, so you don't want to miss that. And we'll maybe do the Corvallis story that we'll talk about from years ago. It's always one of my favorites. And Jeff has no idea what I'm talking about.
I do know what one you're talking about.
Oh, you do now? Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of penalties.
No. It's even better. Better.
Okay.
It's even better.
Was pizza involved? Was Dan?
Pizza's always involved.
Was Dan involved with dropping pizza?
Oh, no. That's another Corvallis story. No.
Pizza's involved. Were anchovies and shrimp?
No, well, always. Mike's listening, actually.
Is he?
Sure.
Hi, Mike.
He is. So here we go. Here is the kickoff, and it's going to be a long kick, taking it about the 7-yard line. And then go to the right side and going to break one tackle across the 20, 25, still on his feet, down near the 30-yard line. And a nice run there by Hayden Briggs.
Yeah, good hard run.
Gotta love that. 23 seconds to go if you're McMinnville, Jeff. Kane Sullivan, what do? You have 70 yards to go.
Yeah. Do you just take the knee and get out of dodge?
I think so. You get the ball back in the second half.
You do.
So, but we'll see. You've got Blanco and Wilson here on the near side. Sullivan, shotgun formation with Church. Going to hand it off to Church and go right up the middle on the right side. And that should be the last play of the quarter after he picks up maybe 1.5, 2 yards.
That was taking a knee, but moving the pile forward.
There you go. Now that it will end the first half of play. And with that, the Grizzlies do trail 28-0, and they will get the ball to start the second half. But they've got a lot to work on, Jeff. Even though they're down by the score like this, you said it earlier, they've got some stuff they can work on and need to work on.
Yep.
And they will be able to do that.
Absolutely. And they got to make some adjustments at halftime. There's no doubt about that, Brian. But it's going to be tough when you've got athletes all over the field for like Oswego and McMinnville. They have some athletes, but they just don't have the same numbers.
Right. And you will see you'll see some lots of guys for Lake Oswego come in and play if this game does get out of hand. And I would say one more touchdown it will, because, of course, will be the running clock if it does happen.
Yep.
However, you've got some stuff to work on. You haven't been in a position like this in a while.
Nope.
But you know this is a good Laker team.
Yes, you did. And you knew that coming in. You knew it was going to be a challenge. Let's just say that. I don't want to say an uphill battle, but you knew it was going to be a challenge. And you've done a lot of good things so far this year, Brian. So one game could be an anomaly, and things could just be off a little bit for McMinnville tonight. But what I'm seeing from this Lake Oswego team all around is some really good athletes out on the field.
Yeah.
And running an offense to near perfection tonight.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, though.
Yeah.
Got a whole second half.
That's what it's
Got to make some adjustments, right?
Yep.
All right.
Adjustments.
There you go. Don't go away. We'll take our halftime break here. We'll come back, and we'll talk more about this game and give you some scores, and maybe get you that story about Corvallis coming up. Score 28-0. We're at halftime here on YamhillToday.com.
Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process. From low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement, they are here to help. They also offer treatment for sports injuries and hands-on personal training for those who want to perform at their athletic best. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic, and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900.
Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. One of the biggest transitions is when a loved one leaves us. Macy & Son is there for you. a trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you will have lots of questions, and you need someone to walk with you every step of the way. Burial or cremation, and a myriad of options. Let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville, 5 generations helping with funeral and family needs.
If you're looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany Ablin has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555. And go Grizzlies!
All righty, Jeff, we'll come back here. Our score at halftime is 28-0, and you are watching the halftime show here on YamhillToday.com.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Tough one.
So far.
Yes.
So far. It's only halfway through.
What can they do in the second half to get back on track?
Well, they had a good drive, Brian. They had a drive that went, they got a couple good big plays up there as they were able to get down inside about the 20-yard line, and then it kind of fizzled on them. They need to do a little bit more of that. Gabe Blanco had a nice catch down the far sideline, and they just need to be able to have more consistent play like that, because if you take that out, they have about 20 yards of total offense in the first half.
Wow.
Brian. So it has not been an easy battle for McMinnville. And, of course, on defense, they just don't have the weapons to be able to go man-to-man like they've been able to do the last couple weeks in that defensive secondary. So they've been playing a lot of zone. And Lake Oswego is finding spots in those zones for big plays, quite honestly.
One thing I was thinking about when you were talking there, Jeff, in the last 4 quarters, the Grizzlies have
given up a lot of points.
Well, how many? Not only the points, but how many yards have they? Well, they had 4 positive yards last week at one point towards the end
in the second half.
Yes, and added to what we have here.
Yeah, they have a total of.
You look at an offense that's kind of been
yards.
kind of stuttered.
Now,
sputtered a little bit, and last week I know it was a little anomaly with the running clock and everything. However, with something like that, how does that affect your offense?
Exactly. You're not getting in that groove, that rhythm that you like to get in that McMinnville didn't have a problem getting into for the first 2.5 full games that they played. The loss of Tyler Ackerman could be playing big on them. That was one of Kane Sullivan's favorite targets, and he's out tonight's ball game. So hopefully he comes back soon, and that they can get him back in, but I saw him on crutches before the game, and that's never a good sign. So don't know what the injury is, but we sure would like to have him come back, because that's another weapon that they could definitely use on the McMinnville side of the football.
Yeah, I totally agree, and that's something that they could definitely use here tonight, and hopefully they will get on track in the second half, but it's going to be a tough one, I think, for McMinnville. Mm-hmm. All righty, some scores for you from around the state. West Salem.
Are they winning?
Up 14-7 against the Grants Pass Cavemen. Yes.
Hosting tonight, I do believe.
They are. So there's one score for you, and that's all I have. You like how I sold that?
Yeah. Okay. We're going to get some scorer for you, not scores.
Some score. We got ours 28.
Yeah, that's true. That's two.
And I haven't checked
that's
the Twitter,
okay.
or the X verse, or whatever we call it now, but. Yeah, so
well, we got people out there that give us scores, so that's nice.
Yes, it is. So we'll see what we get here tonight. And so, Jeff, we're going to talk about the Corvallis story.
Go for it.
And
I don't know which one you're going to tell, so I'm a little nervous.
Okay, why not? We have the time,
yeah.
right? So you did stats for how many years?
Oh yeah.
And now you know what I'm talking about. And we did this, and Jeff had stats, and he would come back the next day, look, I got every single stat right. And you guys should be exactly. They were totally perfect with the newspaper, and Mike and I would be like, "Yeah, I'm impressed, Jeff. That's awesome." And you were so proud for the first 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks,
that was crazy,
and then all of a sudden, we sit there, and Mike and I, we let you do your thing at halftime, and Mike and I turn around and we look, And the coach is right behind us, like writing down everything you say. And those are the stats that they turn into the newspaper.
See, that's why I qualify them now, because I say these are not official stats. These are just what I throw together on the fly on the little laptop. Back then, it was no laptop, though. It was all by hand. But still, it was, it gives you a flavor for what's going on. There's nothing definite about any of these numbers. I'm sure I missed some things, but I can tell you that the yardage in the game is heavily in favor of Lake Oswego, and not even know it. I can tell you that running backs, and I can tell you that Liam Davis is 10 of 13 for around 143 yards tonight, passing the ball. I can tell you that LaMarcus Bell has carried the ball 13 times for around 82 yards with 2 touchdowns. So those are the type of things that but I do remember that. It was just like, how am I getting them spot on? And it was funny that they were taking mine. I think they did that for a while in basketball, too. When we were doing basketball with that fun team that we used to cover down there in Corvallis. That was a fun time.
It really was. Jackie said they are that good.
Yes,
stats,
they are that good. Thanks, Jackie.
Just amazing.
They are amazing.
It was one of the good Corvallis stories. We had many of them, so there's a good one.
I wasn't quite sure what you were going to tell. I know my mom's listening tonight. So
nice.
Hi, Mom. Hi,
Mary.
Stephanie. Hi, Marcia. Of course, they're aloha says goodbye.
Oh, very nice.
I believe they are maybe sitting out on their little deck. I got a photo.
The lanai?
The lanai, yes, that's what it is. I got a little photo from them a little bit earlier from Marcia. Her view seems okay. See if we can find it somewhere.
Oh, we should be able to show it. I mean,
I could put it up on your little camera. Let's see.
Must be rough. I mean,
yeah. Well, they deserve it. That's all I'm going to say. With what's
Jeff
going on,
talking in cryptic code or just code, I guess, and that's what Jeff does. Mr. Cryptic. We have a good halftime show, though.
We do. I could do some stats.
Yeah, I would rather see the picture right now.
I'm trying to find it. Where did I?
You want me to do stats? I can do stats.
I got it.
You got stats? All right.
I don't know.
Well, I can tell you, though, that we've got a big game coming up next week. No matter what the outcome of this game is, the Grizzlies will be taking on the Newburgh Tigers, Jeff. Newburgh 4-0, or 3-0 coming into this week. So that is a big game, win or lose for McMinnville tonight. They've got a big one next week against Newburgh, and that's always. They can be 0-8. We've seen that game.
We have seen
both
that
teams
game.
0-8, and still a huge game.
It can really be a huge game. There's their view. I found it. There you go. That's what they're looking at right there.
It's very nice.
Yeah,
So it's
sunny
skies. You got the beautiful water, and it's a nice view.
It is a really nice. Oh, Marcia's sending another one. I wonder what. Oh yeah, from the lanai. Actually,
okay.
You can see the lanai there.
Yes.
So enjoy. I hope they. I really do. I think they all deserve a break.
And I'm stuck with you.
Yes, you are.
On a Thursday night.
You're welcome. Anyways, you want to do some stats?
Let's do some stats. Why not?
Okay, we'll do some unofficial stats. Officially unofficial.
Yes.
How about that?
There you go.
80% of the time, they're 50% right.
Here's the stats, man. Jeff Ivey.
So in the first half, unofficially, of course, Lake Oswego has 12 first downs, McMinnville 2. Total yards, 268 for Lake Oswego, 83 for the McMinnville Grizzlies. Passing tonight, 4 of 11 for 63 yards for McMinnville, 10 of 13 for 143 yards for Lake Oswego. Rushing the ball tonight, 10 attempts for McMinnville for 20 yards, and that has been their bread and butter, quite honestly, is running the ball, getting about 6 to 7 yards per carry in the first 3 games before coming into tonight. Well, that's down to 2 yards a carry. Lake Oswego, 22 attempts for 125 yards, getting about almost 6 yards per carry. There's been one penalty accepted tonight on the McMinnville for 5 yards, 2 on Lake Oswego for 20 yards. There's been 1 turnover, that by Lake Oswego, and a very nice interception earlier in the ball game. Punts, McMinnville's had to punt 4 times for a 37-yard average, 38-yard average on the 1 punt for Lake Oswego, and time of possession heavily in favor of Lake Oswego, 15.5 minutes or approximately to 8.5 minutes for McMinnville. Looking at the individual statistics, Liam Davis is having, again, a great night, quarterbacking 10 of 13 for 143 yards, a 77% completion percentage. Xavier Russell's carried the ball 6 times for 32 yards and a touchdown. Liam Davis, 3 carries for 11 yards and a touchdown. And LaMarcus Bell has 13 carries for 82 yards and 2 touchdowns. Connor Crotower has 4 receptions tonight for 60 yards. He's been wide open all night long. And Matt Lane, the other leading receiver tonight, has 2 receptions for 30 yards. Looking at the other side of the ball, well, Kane Sullivan, obviously his worst performance so far. The second half to play, but so far, worst performance of the season. 4 of 11, 63 yards, 36% completion percentage. He came into tonight's football game at about 75% clip. So he's about at half of what he normally is passing the ball. A lot of that has to do with the speed in the defensive backfield for Lake Oswego, as well as the pressure he's getting consistently from that front 4, front 5, front 6, however, whatever they're blitzing. They're getting into Kane's face quickly, and he's having to make quick decisions, and oftentimes the receivers just aren't open or ready for a pass. Kane's carried the ball 5 times for 10 yards tonight. Hayden Church, 3 carries for 6 yards, and Nip Gibson, 2 carries for 4 yards. Gabe Blanco really has 3 receptions for 50 yards. 46 of those came on that pass down the far sideline as Sullivan was scrambling, quite honestly, to avoid a sack. He saw Blanco and pitched it, kind of threw it up to him just to get rid of it, and Blanco streaked down the sideline for the biggest gain of the night for McMinnville. And Bryce Wilson has 1 reception for 13 yards, a nice little in route right here in front of us, just down to our left. So the most important score, excuse me, sorry about that. Most important stat is the score, 28-0, Lake Oswego in the lead.
Yeah, I wish you could change that, though.
Yeah, flip it.
There you go. Would be nice. All righty. The only other score we have is West Salem leading Grants Pass 14-7 last we saw. And we've got an update in the NFL. We've got the 49ers leading the Giants 30-12. 5:18 left to go in the ball game.
Scored this week.
Wow. Not a Giants fan, huh?
No, I didn't say that. I just was making an observation.
All righty. On that note, we're going to take a break. Our score 28-0. Second half coming up. Don't go away. You're watching Grizzly football here on YamhillToday.com.
McMinnville Les Schwab is a proud sponsor of Grizzly football on Yamhill Today. When you shop at Les Schwab, they promise you the best tire value. This means you get free peace of mind protection and free lifetime tire and mileage care included in your purchase. McMinnville Les Schwab. They want to be the neighbor down the street you know and trust. We thank McMinnville Les Schwab for their support of McMinnville Grizzly football.
Caring creates healthier lives and healthier communities. And when you need health care, we're here for you, providing medical expertise with a human touch, right here at home, whenever you may need us. From welcoming newborns into the world to life-changing surgeries, routine health screenings to life-saving emergency care, we're here to provide compassionate, high-quality health care to you and your loved ones. From the routine to the unforeseen, we're here for you.
At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. If you are looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany A. Blinn has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555. And go Grizzlies!
Big Box returns.
Hello, everybody. Scott here from Big Box Returns, and our deals will turn you upside down. So you got to come on down because we're only open Saturdays and Sundays, 9 to 5, right across the street from the go-kart tracks. So come on down and save some money.
Big Box returns. Open Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5. 2155 Northeast Lafayette Avenue in McMinnville.
All righty, welcome back here as we get ready for the second half of action. Brian Erickson along with Jeff Ivey. And, well, Jeff, we'll see right away how the Grizzly team reacts after trailing 28-0 as they get the ball first.
They do.
And that gives you a chance for a dilly bar run back.
That's right. It's interesting that on the first couple kickoffs, they had the backs flipped, and now they've flipped them back again, the receiving back. So it'll be interesting to see if Lake Oswego goes to kick here on the near side to Hayden Briggs, or if they decide to go with Bryce Wilson, because Bryce Wilson has a little bit more speed.
Yes.
But the last kickoff that Briggs took, he brought it clear out to the 35-yard line or so. So it gave them their best starting field position of the night, quite honestly.
Well, we'll see what happens here as they get ready to kick. It's like that is Grayson Sarkeesian, the sophomore, who is getting ready to put his foot into it. Well, Jeff, here we go. As they run it back for a touchdown, it'll be free dilly bars for the entire team. Here is the kick, and it's going to be taken, and it's going to be hit, and it's going to bounce into the end zone.
No run back.
So no run back there is correct. And the Grizzly offense will start at the 20-yard line. Lots of real estate, but they need to get their offense going, and that's going to be the key for them right now to get things started.
Huge key. See what kind of adjustments Ty Tomlin makes at halftime for his team, both offensively and defensively. I just don't think you can change, doing your zone defense in the secondary, because I don't think you have defensive backs that can run with all these wide receivers and the speed they have. So you're kind of in a rock and a hard place there.
Yeah, you really are. As we come out, shotgun formation, as always, handoff to Church. He's going to go right through the middle, and he is going to pick up about 5 yards. Nice run there by Church.
Yeah, just straight ahead, off the right side. Move that pile backwards.
That is one of the few positive runs there that they've had up the middle.
He almost doubled his rushing total on one play. He had 6 yards going in before that run, so now he's at 11.
We'll take it, right?
Yeah.
It is second down and 5. Sullivan marking out the play. He's going to step up there, and he may be changing the play as he steps back in the shotgun formation. He looks to the right, throws to the center, and he overthrows his receiver. And really the closest guy to the ball was the defender, who was right here in front of the bench, Colin Best.
And strong there as there's an injured player out on the field. Not sure who that is. That might be Hayden Church. Yeah, he's slow to get up, but he's getting up. He is wearing a little brace on that left leg, and he's kind of favoring that as he runs off under his own power, which is good to see.
Hopefully he's going to be all right. And you're right, that is the left leg. He is kind of favoring as he hops off or skips off, whatever the best way to describe that.
Whenever I see somebody down in the backfield, it's just never a good thing. I mean, it's never a good thing when anybody's down. Let's not be that. But when you don't have the depth that some other of these teams have, you're like, ooh.
Especially if you have a two-way player as well.
Yep.
All righty. Here we go. As Sullivan, he throws across the center. It's almost intercepted. It should have been intercepted right there. And almost coming up with a big play. I believe that was Bauman.
Yes.
And really pass intended for Strong. And Bauman knows it. He knows he should have had it. He would have picked it and ran into the end zone.
That head of steam he had going there.
Yes.
He would have been gone.
Well, it's going to bring up fourth down now as they are going to punt it away.
But you notice that McMinnville not getting many deep balls, Brian. They're going short balls.
Look and see who the punter is, because Church, remember, went to the sideline, Jeff.
That looks like Deegan Clinton. Is that 85?
Oh, here's the snap. It is high. Whoever it is, he got it down. Nice. It may have been Keller. And it's going to bounce. It's going to be taken just inside the 40-yard line. Going to run the right side. Stutter step across midfield. Goes across the 40. Good return. Goes. Flag comes flying in. And then a huge hit by the punter over on the far side. And that is Keller who comes up, who was the punter on that, Jeff, and comes up with the big tackle. And that's exactly what the Grizzlies don't need, as we do have a flag back at the 44-yard line.
37 yards on the punt, and it looks like penalties against Lake Oswego the way they're moving back, way back.
Yeah, they are.
So McMinnville's going to be bailed out just a little bit right there by the penalty on Lake Oswego. This their
10:54 to go in the third quarter. It is 28-0 in favor of Lake Oswego. They have the ball. Still good field position at the 46-yard line, their own 46. They have trips here on the near side. Quarterback drops back. He throws it, slings it here. Kind of a little bubble screen. It is caught, goes across midfield, and gets to the 45-yard line as it is Lane with the reception, and a flag comes flying in as well.
And this one's got me puzzled.
You puzzled?
Yeah. Can you believe that? Well, a personal foul against Lake Oswego. It's going to be a spot of the foul. Looks like must be post-possession because he just signaled second down. So
they are going to go against Lake O as they move it way back.
And that was Lane on the reception, but then a 15-yarder is going to wipe away from the spot of the foul.
Brings them all the way back to the 33-yard line.
Yep.
As we come on there, you can see the cogs in Jeff's mind working.
I'm trying
to decipher it.
I was trying to figure out what did they call it. If it was like a chop block or unsportsmanlike. Brian, you see on McMinnville, and that's a sign that the opponent's got more speed than you.
Davis just pitched it to Bauman, and he goes, and you're right, Jeff. Arm tackles galore by the Grizzlies right now.
Yep.
As they come in there. It's going to bring up second down now, and they do have, second and about 18 yards after a gain of a couple there.
Yeah, give them about 4 yards on the play.
All right, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Defense needs to step up, trailing 28-0 with 10:26 to go here in the third quarter. Davis going to roll out to the right, and he's looking should be the left, I should say, as he's left-handed. He just kind of flings it up, has a receiver, and it is caught. It is caught inside the 30-yard line. Let's see where they mark it, maybe closer to the 25. Davis just kind of lobbed it up there, and it is at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, 36 yards on the pass play, and that is amazing. As, again, no Name with the reception. Unfortunately, we can't get that for him. So
we did get a couple texts about that. So
actually 38 yards on the pass play, I do believe.
38, all right.
Yeah.
Those of you not in on the joke, no name, and it is the no Name. I had to explain that last week as well. So I'll throw that out there for those of you who wanted a little insight.
We give it a little French flair.
Oh, flair. French even. All right, here we go. First down. Handoff, going to go up there and intercepting his Bell and just fighting his way. He's got a push thanks to the offensive line. Still hasn't been taken down. No. He's stood up, but he does get a couple yards. Gets near the 22. And it's good to see Church is back in there for the Grizzlies, Jeff.
That's very good to see.
He probably won't be kicking anymore, but he is in there.
And I don't see a limp at all, so that's good. Got something, maybe just a little tweaked or something, but that was good defensive play by McMinnville's middle of the defense there. As Lake Oswego gets somebody off late.
Really late.
Well, that was Bell coming out late, and now Davis hustling on.
Actually, Russell coming on.
Oh, yes, Russell.
As he is the big fullback, we'll call him that.
He's the Thunder.
Yes, the Thunder and Lightning, right? As they go in there, they're going to hand it off to Russell. He's going to break through. He's going to go on the left side. Lightning. He's going to go into the end zone. Lightning has struck twice, 3 times tonight?
Yeah.
Twice, I guess?
Yeah.
As they score, and it makes it 34-0 as you hear the bell ring here at Lake Oswego High School. And it was a pretty easy run on the left side. Funny thing about that, though, is he came in very late.
Yes.
And then he does that.
Yes. It must be like one of 2 play calls from formation or something, and he just took it, and he wasn't even touched.
No, he
wasn't. He ran down the middle of the field. There was a nice effort by, at the end, Briggs to make an effort to get him, but just not able to do so as the kick is up, and it is good.
It is. That makes our score 35-0. It's been all Lake Oswego. Don't go away. We've got more action coming up right after this.
Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process. From low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement, they are here to help. They also offer treatment for sports injuries and hands-on personal training for those who want to perform at their athletic best. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic, and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900.
As we come back here, the Grizzlies trail 35-0 after the touchdown there by Russell, Jeff, and I think we're into running time here after this kickoff.
I think so.
Here is the kick, and it's going to go deep inside the 10-yard line, goes across the 15, stutters up to 20. He's hit, and then out of bounds near, maybe stayed up, but he did get taken down at about the 20-yard line.
The clock is stopped. Interesting. Okay. That's interesting. 21-yard line, so average starting position tonight for McMinnville, the 21-yard line.
There we go. There we go. And, we talked about kicking it into the end zone, Jeff. That is so key, and that was such a huge thing for the first 3 games for the Grizzlies. And here comes Sullivan, and he keeps that ball out where you don't want to have it, but he does get taken down after he picks up a pretty good gain to the 30-yard line.
They're going to give him first down on that.
Oh, yeah.
Out to the 30.
A little bit of push. There we go.
31-yard line, so 10 yards on the play for Sullivan. Biggest run of the night for anybody on the McMinnville team. And only the 3rd first down of the ball game.
And, of course, it's Sullivan, the way he throws that ball out there. It's still scary.
Got to get it up in here. I know that they can run a pitch play off that, but, God, it's just one of those things that, bump, hit somebody going through, and the ball could come popping out.
Here is Sullivan. He's looking to the left. He's going to go right up the middle. Nobody there, and he's going to kind of cut it to the right.
Ooh.
And he takes a hit at the 42-yard line, not before he picks up 11 yards. Another first down, but he hits another hit on him.
Yeah. See, that's where you'd like him to slide once he gets that first down, just to go down and slide as officials coming over here to talk about something. Yeah,
it should be a running clock.
And that's what they're saying.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. There we go.
There it is. Okay.
We were right.
For
we got
once.
one. All righty. So they are getting into the running clock now. It is 8:22 and counting.
Yeah.
Grizzlies trail 35-0.
We had a discussion about running clock at the office the other day.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've had it every game this year, haven't we?
That was a missed handoff in the backfield.
Yes, it was. And Sullivan's going to keep it, and he's going to go out of bounds. He's going to lose some yards. He runs right into the Lake Oswego bench.
Yep. I think you got, who was that in there? Was that Nick Gibson in the backfield? And he kind of went straight ahead instead of look like Kane Sullivan wanted to roll to the right a little bit, and they totally missed the handoff in the backfield. Loss of 2 on the play.
Almost like a little razzle-dazzle
Yeah.
pass. And no, I'll keep it and then do something with it. But I don't think Sullivan wanted to keep it.
No.
Too many guys were right on him.
Sullivan's got 29 yards on 8 carries now tonight, Brian. 4 of 13 passing, 63 yards.
Wow. Very much un-Sullivan-like numbers, but he has not faced a team like the Lakers this season.
Not yet.
Now he's got plenty of time, and he's going to air it out, and it is intercepted. Intercepted at the 30-yard line. And, Bauman, he almost had one earlier.
Yeah.
This time he comes up with it, picked it off, and a solid hit there. Kellen Strong took it pretty hard. But he's going to come off, and he's going to stay on, actually. But it'll be a turnover on downs now to the Lakers.
First interception thrown by Sullivan on the year.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's a very good thing. It was a nice ball, too, but just overthrown the defender, or to the defender more.
It's again, you see the speed, too.
Yep.
Bauman got there quick, and the ball just fluttered out there. Here we go, handoff, and he'll break through one tackle, and then a second, and spinning his way across the 35-yard line. And got some new guys in there. New running back, a new quarterback. The new quarterback is Mason Silba.
That was Liam Tobin, I believe, on the carry.
Tobin, all right. He is a sophomore, and they will be seeing some time here with this big 35-0 lead. Here comes Tobin. He's going to just go forward. And I can see Lake Oswego just doing a lot of this as Tobin runs forward for a couple of yards. Silba, the senior.
2 yards for Tobin on that play. So it brings up 3rd and 2.
I'd be really surprised if they decide to do too much more, except for just get the clock going and just get everybody some experience and stay healthy.
Well,
both sides.
We talked about, I was going to say, we talked about it last week when McMinnville was up big. Get those guys out and don't get them injured. Get your younger players, because you never know when you're going to need a young guy to step up, come in and make plays. And no better place to get practice than during a football game.
You are correct. You can't simulate this in practice. Nope. Even to the 35-0 deficit, as they throw right down here. It is caught and spinning forward, breaks a tackle right in front of the Laker bench near the 50-yard line. And a nice job by the Lakers once again. That's Jake Drakulovich, the junior, with the reception and the first down for Lake Oswego.
Just a nice little hitch pattern out here to the 49-yard line. Pick up 11 and another first down. Second reception for Drakulovich tonight. Only the second first down of the half for Lake Oswego as well.
Silba hands it off, breaking through and just fighting his way, and pretty easily they're going to mark him back at the 9-yard run. He actually ran quite a ways to only have 9 yards, but looks like they're going to have Tobin come out of the ball game now. They're mixing up, getting everyone a little bit of...
Boy, number 14 is small. Max Adler. He is Champ Fleming-esque.
Well, they have some big kids on this
team. They
do.
Maybe he's standing next to those other guys.
They look small.
Yeah, that could be.
Here is Jalen Bauman. He's going to go to the outside. He's going to be pushed out and taken down. Nice job there with the tackle is Mason Justice.
I haven't called his name much tonight.
No,
that's
you
a
haven't.
Good job of him shooting in there, making the play.
And for a loss as well. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5. As we're at the 3:45 mark. Jeff will probably have a prediction here when we're going to be done again, but
I'm going to say 8:57. It's going to be under 9.
Okay,
again.
You were close before.
I was. First game, I was spot on.
Yes, you were actually, and I hate to say it, but here's the pass over the far side and a good reception and a first down. And Silba, with a nice connection on the far side.
Over to Drakulovich again.
Drakulovich and Silba for a backup looks pretty good himself.
He does. Pickup of 8 on the play and a first down.
Grizzlies trying to come up. And the good thing is they brought some players, a couple extra guys, not a lot, but they do have a few extra guys out there who can step in and get some playing time, see some action, get that all-important experience. Silba's taking his time, shotgun formation. He's going to wait until he gets that
hand up from the official.
5 seconds. There it is. Silba says, all right. I'll go. Hand it off to Bowen and go to the right side. Breaks one tackle. Gets inside the 25-yard line. Actually, that was that Cole Anderson with the run. There's a flag. And you'll have to tell me where it's at, Jeff.
It's about where all the red guys are standing on the 20-yard line. They got it's going to go against Lake Oswego. They're going to mark it back 10. So we'll give him 8 on the carry and then a negative 10 on the holding.
Bring it on back. couple other games to talk about. We've got a big game tomorrow at Oregon. Is Colorado coming to town? Everyone seems to be talking about that.
Or Saturday.
Or Saturday. Jeez, I am so.
It's crazy. These Thursday night games do kind of.
I talked about it with the kids today, all about the game. We talked every period about the Colorado-Oregon game. I think we're all looking forward to it. It should be interesting. And on Saturday, Wazoo, Oregon State, we also have that game as well.
Yeah.
Perfect timing for both games. As we now have 1st and 12. Silbaugh's going to hand off. I believe that's Anderson in the backfield. Goes through after breaking a couple tackles. Gets to the 33-yard line.
Yep, just right off the left tackle there. Is that a vuvuzela I heard going off
sure
there?
Sounds like it.
A soccer game?
Sure sounds like it. So just thinking about Saturday games, you've got Colorado coming to Oregon. Thoughts on who might win that ball game?
Oh, I think Oregon's going to crush them.
I think you're right, too. And then quickly, Wazoo, Washington State, that one, or Oregon State, that one's a little bit interesting.
It is. I have no read on it. I'm going to be honest with you. I just know it's a tough place for Oregon State to go play. How's that sound?
There you go. There you go.
It is a tough place to
Jeff
go play.
will not give us a prediction.
Not yet. I'll wait till Saturday.
Saturday? Okay. Oregon State wins big.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Be nice.
Here comes Henderson. He's going to go to the right side. He's going to cut it out, and now cuts it back in. He's hit hard, and another flag comes flying in. That's something we've seen quite a bit from this Lake Oswego team.
Well, and I don't know if you noticed number 78. He like gave it up. He's like, it's me, isn't it? He's like puts his hands up, puts them on his head, and the right tackle again going to be called for holding for the second time, and you can kind of see him shaking his head like, I did it again. So
it's it happens, right?
Yes. Yeah, negates a first down run again, but another penalty. That's 4 in the half now for Lake Oswego. So we're under 20 seconds here to go, and I would be surprised if they get another play off this quarter. Yep, their coach is just saying wait for it to go out to get to the fourth quarter. Steve Correa, of course, down here right at the 50-yard line in front of us.
Yeah, they're just going to take it and milk it and go into the fourth quarter. Before we take a break, just also want to remind you that the Winfield Wildcats are not playing this week.
Oh, did they win last week? Did they go on the road and win again?
Of course they did. They went to the Redlands and won 17-10.
17-10. Oh, a close one.
Yes, they did. 17-10.
Good for them.
A victory's a victory, right?
A W is a W.
Except for when you're Winfield, you want to have it by 25 or more. Just saying. Well, our score here is 35-0. It's been all Lake Oswego. Don't go away. The fourth quarter coming up after this.
Caring creates healthier lives and healthier communities. And when you need health care, we're here for you, providing medical expertise with a human touch, right here at home, whenever you may need us. From welcoming newborns into the world to life-changing surgeries, routine health screenings to life-saving emergency care, we're here to provide compassionate, high-quality health care to you and your loved ones. From the routine to the unforeseen, we're here for you.
As we come back here to start the fourth quarter, Brian Erickson along with Jeff Ivey. It's been all Lake Oswego here tonight. Yep. They lead by a score of 35-0. We are in running clock.
So far, a 7-minute and 20-second drive. That's gone 29 yards.
Well,
how's that for you?
That's pretty good. That's really good, actually. Here's the pitch out to Anderson on the left side. He's going to go, and he's going to be hit. Nice tackle coming up there for the Grizzlies is Grayson Seahaver, and Grizzlies with the stop, and that should bring up now. Let's see, it's a third down in about 14. For Lake Oswego. They will take more time as they can. It's a long, sustained drive. Of course, it does help with the running clock.
It's really going to pad the time of possession stats.
Yes. Jackie did start vying for your job.
Oh, did she?
She said, here's a stat for you.
Okay, what is it?
Third game running clock.
In a row.
In a row. Thanks, Jackie.
Stat of the day, stat of the day.
Here we go. Here's a little pass here, and it is incomplete. Off the hands of the receiver, and a little dicey throw there. That will bring it fourth down for the Lakers. The this position, you just kind of go for it, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just kind of run at them here and just kind of give them the ball back, as there's now 10:40 and counting here in the fourth quarter.
Going to take lots of time here. But, yep, we're going to run this play, Brian. We're going to run this. I don't know if you saw the coach do that, but they're running this
money play.
Whatever. Yeah, money play.
Money play, all right.
Or is that this? I think that's this.
What's that then? Rubbing your fingers. I think it's money too, right?
It could be.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see what it is. Here we go. Here's the little double pump across the middle. There's the money play.
And
it dropped. It was right there to the tight end. It looked like who had it. Unfortunately, could not come up with the reception, and it will be a turnover on downs after Thatcher O'Leary could not come up with that ball. Grizzlies have it now, Jeff. And if you're McMinnville, you've got to work on some things and try to make something happen. But you also have to think about next week.
Yep.
You don't want to give anything away, of course, but you want to make something happen. You want your offense back on track.
And more importantly, you don't want to get Kane Sullivan hurt or any of the other starters that are still out there, Brian, quite honestly.
Sullivan is back out there.
Best starting field position of the night for McMinnville.
Church also back in there for McMinnville. High snap. Sullivan's going to run it to the right side. He's going to be hit, and he's going to go backwards into a pile. He may have even lost a yard to the 41-yard line.
Totally lost a yard there.
9:14 and counting.
It's been an uphill battle from the get-go, hasn't it?
Yes, it has been.
No continuity, no rhythm, no nothing on offense, and defense has kind of been the same.
Yes, unfortunately, it was something we thought could happen. When you play a team like Lake Oswego, they are looking very good this year. Some key positions. And their defense has looked really good here tonight. Here's Sullivan. He's looking and throw across the middle, and
nice
it
play.
is almost intercepted. Almost intercepted in the middle of the field.
Max Adler did a great job of reaching across the wide receiver's body and slapping down at the ball to make a great play there.
Going to bring up third down now. And this defense has really impressed me here tonight.
Yeah, they've been everywhere. That was man-to-man coverage there on the wide receiver, breaking towards the middle and just simply blanketed. And that's where you can see that speed that Lake Oswego, that advantage that they have.
Third down now for the Grizzlies. Wilson, who's really haven't been heard from. Here's a little pass here to him. It should be a forward pass. He's going to go forward. He's going to be hit once, twice, and then taken down after a gain of about 2 yards. And there's like 4 Lakers there on him as soon as he caught it. And it's going to bring up fourth down for McMinnville, and it's like they are going to go for it.
Last week, Bryce Wilson was able to turn those type of quick passes out into the flats into big plays.
Right.
Today, it's a 2-yard gain.
Yeah. I think Wilson's going to go off for the Grizzlies.
Looks like, is that Drew Bison coming in at quarterback there?
No.
Nope. Okay.
You got Sullivan still out there. Fourth and let's call it 9 yards. Grizzlies, of course, trail by 35, so why not go for it? They're going to look. Sullivan, he's going to keep it. He's going to run. He's going to cut it to the inside across the 50. He's hit about the 47-yard and going to be very close to a first down. And I think he's going to have it. They are going to give it to him. And just so close to where you needed to be.
Yep,
but
they're going to give it to him.
He does get it as they move it on, as they mark it inside the 48 eventually, and that's where they'll be. And so Grizzlies get a first down.
Good job, Kane keeping his head up and seeing what was unfolding in front of him as this left side of the defensive front kind of parted the ways, and he was able to get something as we got a penalty here. Somebody started just a little bit early for McMinnville.
Can't do that.
No, but I'll tell you what, Brian. Something positive from this game. Only the second penalty.
There you go. After the first couple games had a lot of penalties.
A little dicey.
Last week was
5.
better, so we're getting
there. And this is better.
Yeah, there you go. We'll take it. Rather have the points, however. We'll see. But next week against Newburgh, that'll be a fun game to see where the Grizzlies stand up there, Jeff. And can they get back on track after a big victory by Lake Oswego here tonight as they lead 35-0. Seahaver's going to get the ball. He's going to stutter step. He's going to be thrown down and thrown way back and still taken down. As doing a good job is O'Leary, who picks him up and just kind of pushes him back. But we'll be back with the forward momentum back at the 42-yard line. But a huge loss there by Seahaver.
Yeah, give him a loss of 5.
As we are now at the 5:25 mark.
I think I'm going to be off.
You are. Clock continues to run.
Well, we got to work tomorrow, so getting home a little early
There you go. May not be a bad thing.
I'm gonna, look at the glass half full side of it, right?
I may just wake up and watch game day tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
At this point.
Oh, that's funny.
Here we go. Sullivan draws back. He's going to come into the pocket. He's got a blocker. He's going to try to find his way. Gets forward momentum. Goes forward, hits and spins, and he's going to get a nice run. But Jeff, he had to get to the 37, but he's taken down about the 43. And that will be short of a first down, but a nice run there by Sullivan.
15 yards on the play. Brings up third and manageable.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to take that every time, right?
Yep.
But I just hate to see Sullivan.
Yes, running out there like that.
I mean, especially you're down 35-0.
Yeah.
But he is adjusting his knee pads over there.
As long as that's all he's adjusting.
Wilson here on the near side.
But, we saw this last week with Ridgefield. They kept their starters in when they were in the running clock time.
Here we go. Sullivan just powers forward. He's going to get a first down or more inside the 35-yard line. You're right, Jeff, but you're right, too. You look and see the Grizzlies, they did travel a few extra kids, but not a lot. There's still not a ton over there, and so they've got to play who they have.
Yeah.
And it would be nice to get on the scoreboard, but these Lake Oswego Lakers are going to try to throw the shutout.
They want the shutout for sure. We're at 3:50 to go here in the fourth quarter now. 35-0 Lakeo leads.
Wilson here on the near side, and Sullivan's going to throw. He's going to drop it out.
Nice
And
play.
He has a receiver, and it is caught. They're fighting for the ball over there at the 12-yard line. And still looking for it, and Jeff's giving me the peace sign, and I think it means more than that. It might be Kellen Strong with the reception.
Strong, yeah.
And it is, and it is going to be a first down and more. Nice job there by the Grizzlies, and nice reception by Kellen Strong.
21 yards on the play.
We'll take that.
Another first down. Fourth of the half. So, little tiny victories, Brian.
Fourth of the half, and how many in the ball game?
6 in the game.
Wow. Sullivan, shotgun formation. Gibson in the backfield for McMinnville. Sullivan's going to take it. He's going to try to take it himself and go forward and just kind of falls down backwards as he goes near the 10-yard line as we hit the 2:51 point of the ball game.
13 carries now for Sullivan, 62 yards unofficially.
Wow. It's a lot of carries for your quarterback.
Yeah, it's about 10 or 11 too many in my opinion, but that's why I'm up here and not coaching, right? One of the many reasons.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, let's be honest.
That's the only reason.
One of many reasons.
Oh, my. Here we go. Second down at 8.
I'm blind as a bat.
Ball. I don't even know where to go with that. Sullivan goes. He's going to be fleshed out. He's going to kind of go up the pocket, and he is going to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage a little bit more as he gets maybe inside the 8-yard line. And it's going to bring up third down. Lake Oswego is bending.
Yep.
Of course, they're also, Jeff, playing some guys and getting a lot of kids some experience in there.
Yep.
And then you're at the 2-minute mark now or under. You really want to make sure that if you're Lake Oswego that you try to stop them.
Absolutely.
However, Grizzlies, they're going to try to come up with something. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little razzle-dazzle here by McMinnville. They've worked that a few times this year already. His Church is in the backfield. Here comes Sullivan. He's going to throw it. He's going to throw here on the near side. Has a receiver, and it is caught, but inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be short of a first down there by Seahaver. And it's going to be marked, let's see, 4th down and 1, maybe from this angle here. And here come the Grizzlies to see if they can pick up this first down or possibly a little bit more. You got Church in the backfield. Here's the handoff to it's going to be a keeper, and Sullivan's going to go forward. He's going to push. He's pushed near the goal line. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Kane Sullivan with the run of about 4 yards, gets it in the end zone for McMinnville, and that makes the score now 35-6. And I'll make it look a little bit better on the okay
tomorrow.
No, it's not.
Yeah, well, he got a touchdown though.
There you
He's
go.
going to finish with 68 yards on the night. As the clock continues to run, under 30 seconds here.
Could be the last play of the ball game, actually.
Well, we shall see.
Wilson on to kick the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. All righty, that makes the score of 35-7. McMinnville still trailing to Lake Oswego.
Well, there's 21 seconds they keep up on the clock, Brian. Well, what are you going to do?
I thought maybe they would just let it go off, but they didn't. And so the Grizzlies will have to kick it off here. And next week, Grizzlies will be taking on Newburgh. Should be a fun game, and we'll see what happens, right? See if they can turn this thing around.
But it was a total night of domination by Lake Oswego. Good balance, 203 yards unofficially on the through the air, 182 on the ground. So, 50-50. McMinnville about the same, 90-78. Just not quite the numbers that they were hoping for tonight, Brian.
Yeah, I totally agree. Next week, it's going to be on the road at Newburgh, so I'll be there bringing you all the action.
We'll miss you.
Jeff will be taking part in the Oregon State game. I think he'll be playing mainly the second half.
Probably.
So, or coaching at least, right?
Sure.
from the stands.
Definitely not college level. I'd be lucky to do flag football somewhere.
Jonathan, what are you doing? I do have a little insight with Johnny.
Maybe you can call his dad for me. Did you get his number?
Lynn? I'm sure Lynn will call me back. Here we go. Wilson's just going to do a squib kick, and it goes, and it's going to be an onside kick, and the ball shoots out. Grizzlies thought they had it, but then Lake Oswego came on top of it. I don't think he meant it really as an onside kick.
No.
I think he was just kicking it forward just to kick it. No. And it's going to be Lake Oswego ball.
And that will be the ball game as the clock has started.
And that's where it will end. And that is our ball game. The Grizzlies lose, Jeff, 35-7. And it was all Lake Oswego here tonight.
I missed it by 3 minutes, Brian.
You did.
8:54 is what I got on my computer here. 35-7. Well, they keep the scoreboard on here for a little bit, unlike McMinnville. Seems like the second the horn blows, the clock is done.
That's why we have it there for you.
Yeah. So, anyway.
I mean, I should maybe put,
put that McMinnville scored. Good job.
No, I did.
Okay.
I just haven't changed the quarter, so that's okay.
That's fourth quarter.
Exactly. Thank you.
Well, it was a tough game for McMinnville tonight.
Yeah, it really was. Things just weren't going their way, and this is a good Lake Oswego team. They came in here ranked, I believe, 8th on the state overall. So. It doesn't get any easier for McMinnville. They take on Newburgh next week, and Newburgh number 9.
Yeah. Who knows what happens tomorrow? Maybe they get a false sense of security.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that when you look at the rankings right now, some of the teams that are normally perennial up at the top are at the bottom, and some of the teams that are middle to bottom are up at the top. So
number one team in the state.
Exactly, North
there
Salem. I don't think they're going to finish the year. If they do, that's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I know one person that will be really happy with that. He may even jump back on that bandwagon. But these early season games, I think because of who you play, I think it can be misleading and give you a false sense of security or a false sense of, we're not going to be that great. And now that you're going to start seeing a lot more league games, things are going to ratchet up. We saw it happen here from McMinnville tonight. And McMinnville, 3-1 still. Season's not over by any stretch of the imagination.
Not at all.
But Lake Oswego moves to 4-0, and they are a good team, Brian, just from having watched them in this ball game tonight.
Yes, they are. As you can see, they're down there celebrating with their friends and family and other students that are here tonight as they're singing their
alma mater or something, or fight song, one of the two.
Whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
All righty. Final score 35-7. We'll have stats and more coming up here at Yamhill today. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
If you are looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany A. Blinn has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555. And go Grizzlies!
Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. One of the biggest transitions is when a loved one leaves us. Macy & Son is there for you, a trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you will have lots of questions, and you need someone to walk with you every step of the way. Burial or cremation, and a myriad of options. Let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville, 5 generations helping with funeral and family needs.
At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Scott here from Big Box Returns, say every Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5. Come on down!
As we come back here, Brian Ersong and Jeff Ivey. And Jeff, final score 35-7. All Lake Oswego tonight, but you just got to look at what you did right, what you did wrong, and then move on to next week against Newburgh.
Yeah, put this one in the rearview mirror, Brian, because there was just way too many more athletes on the Lake Oswego side of the ball tonight. Speed and athleticism, and good quarterback out there in Liam Davis. He finishes the night 12 of 15 for 184 yards, along with carrying the ball tonight 3 times for 11 yards and a touchdown. So he was able to distribute the ball to the playmakers that he needed to. And Connor Coutreau comes to mind, the big tight end, wide receiver, flex, whatever you want to call him. 4 catches for 60 yards tonight. Matt Lane also had 3 catches for 33 yards, and Noname had 2 catches for 46. So, getting the ball out to those playmakers really made a difference tonight. And then on the other side, the speed that on the defensive side of Lake Oswego really showed itself pretty much all night long. McMinnville just couldn't get into a groove on any sort of drive other than a long pass play that ended up in no points ultimately. So you look at some of the team stats tonight, as I mentioned, the final numbers, Lake Oswego just under 400 yards of total offense. McMinnville had about 170 total offense, 200 yards passing, 90 for McMinnville, 180 yards on the ground or so for Lake Oswego, and 80 on the ground for McMinnville. So there's just a big disparity. Time of possession, it got closer as the game went on, but thank you, running clock.
Right.
So Lake Oswego finished 26.5 minutes to 21.5 minutes for McMinnville. Penalties, nice job tonight. That is something you can take away if you're a McMinnville coaching staff and fan. Only 2 penalties tonight. You started off big numbers the first 2 games, cut it down to 5 last week. Now you're down to 2. That tells me that whatever the coaches are doing in practice, it's working. Take that as a positive. But, for the most part, you were just – it's not outclassed. They just had bigger, faster, stronger athletes out there tonight. Lake Oswego did against McMinnville. On the other side of the ball for McMinnville tonight, Kane Sullivan, put this one in your rearview mirror too. He's going to finish 7 of 18 for 90 yards. His worst completion percentage of the year. Like I said, he was averaging about 75%. Now tonight was 39%. So about half of what he normally does. He carried the ball tonight 15 times for 68 yards and a touchdown. Hayden Church, he only carried the ball 4 times for 11 yards, and Nick Gibson 2 carries for 4 yards. And then Gabe Blanco had the one big reception for 46 yards. He finishes 3 of 50 yards. Kellen Strong, 1 reception, 21 yards, and Bryce Wilson, 2 receptions for 15 yards. So last week we saw lots of guys get in action. The last couple weeks, Lots of guys getting catches, touches. Not so much tonight. Only 7 different players on offense had any sort of carry, touch, pass, anything on, and that allows the defense to focus in on those guys, take them away, and what do you got left?
Right.
Obviously, McMinnville had nothing tonight. And again, they're missing Tyler Ackerman, big wide receiver, out with an injury tonight. Hopefully, he comes back soon.
Right. Tough one here tonight, Jeff. Final score 35-7. Your final thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, I think let's put it in the rearview mirror. Let's focus now on the cross-county rival Newburgh next week. It will be interesting to see how they if they can pull out a victory tomorrow night and come in next week undefeated, or if both teams are going to be 3-1 heading into the battle for Yamhill County. They got a good running attack, so the defense is going to have to step up. They graduated a lot of seniors last year, did that Newburgh team, but it seems like they've reloaded. I wasn't quite sure how they were going to come back this year, but so far they've been rolling, and it's going to be fun to see, a different challenge for McMinnville as they're going to play their second game on the road in a row. And the weather might be a factor in that ballgame as well.
Correct.
For the first time this year.
Supposed to be a little rainy,
Yep.
and we'll see what happens. But should be fun, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll have all the action here on YamhillToday.com, and who knows, maybe a special announcement here soon, as we will be here a week from tomorrow. So don't get up and start watching college football
Game day
tomorrow morning, because I have a feeling I'm still going to try to do that in the morning and realize, oops, got to go somewhere else. And think about what's going on Friday night. Still a lot of football games going on tomorrow night as well.
Yep.
I know South Salem will be on the road. I know Springfield will be playing tomorrow night. So that'll be fun as well. So I want to thank Jackie and Dick back at Command Central helping us keep on and running. And despite all the things that are happening today or this week at school, Jeff, it is not a full moon.
It's not?
No, it's not.
Oh, well, it looks full there.
It look full of you?
No, I mean, when you zoomed in like that and it got blurry, it looked full.
Well,
so.
maybe in the
That's
light,
about a
too.
half moon, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little less than a half. Well, there you go. Hey, I want to say a one final aloha to my wife and family over in Hawaii. Hope they have a good week.
All righty. I hope you guys have a good week as well. And our final score here, unfortunately, was Lake Oswego 35, McMinnville 7. Oswego into the Wild Blue yonder. Yes, well, pretty easy for them here tonight. Thanks for joining us here on YamhillToday.com, and we will catch you a week from tomorrow at Newburgh High School. I'll bring you all the action, and we will hopefully have a better result. Have a great Friday, and good night, everybody.
It's time for high school football here on YamhillToday.com.
Sullivan's going to hand off to Raff. Right up the middle. Breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles. Then he go into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Dropping back at Sullivan. He double pumps. He goes to the far side. Has a man wide open. And it's caught. And it's going to be touchdown, Grizzlies.
This season's broadcast is brought to you by Willamette Valley Medical Center, Andrew Physical Therapy, Bethany Abe Lynn at Edward Jones, Big Box Returns, Les Schwab Tires of McMinnville, Macy & Sons Funeral Directors, and Willamette Valley Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
They're going to throw it. Sullivan throws across the middle. It is caught and walking into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies is Gabe Blanco.
Now let's head over to the press box. Here's Jeff Ivey and Brian Erickson.